Mighty Brave testing out the stability of that 4440 with duals on. He's bush hogging around the edge of the field, waiting for me to get some more stalks picked so he can start cutting. Alright, very important, first thing in the morning, get your heads warmed up slowly, and while you do that, run the round baler and stuff, get all the oil and belts up to operating temperature, otherwise you run the risk of plugging things up on that first module. We'll slowly bring our heads up to speed. We just greased them last night and got to get that grease warmed up in them. Well, I'd hoped to get a lot earlier start this morning. We did most of the servicing last night, and I was hoping to be going by 9 o'clock, but as usual, crap pops up. Got out the field, went to move the service truck. It wouldn't start, acted like the battery's dead. Cleaned the connections on the battery, jumped it off, and then it fired right up again and again. Just, always something. Well, all week long we've been blessed with really dry conditions, wind blowing, not hardly any dew, and we haven't been able to take advantage of it. There's been stuff broke on the picker, or minor details need to be taken care of, or something every day. And now I checked the weather forecast this morning. It's about to take a turn for the worst, calling for like 3 to 4 days of potential rain, with 1 or 2 of those days being really high chances. Don't know how much. I mean, I don't think we're going to get a flood or anything, but it's definitely going to be, but it could definitely be wet for a while, a good stretch, keep us out of the field. But it's about 9:45, and we're going to, hopefully today we can put the picker through its paces, find out what it's really capable of doing, because we need to get some ground cover. We got beautiful cotton, and it needs to be under plastic, not sitting out here wide and open. We got the Marshmallow manager out here moving the modules around. My plan is I'm gonna keep her humping all day today. We got about 4 acres left on this farm, then we got about a 10-acre farm right next to it. Then we're gonna get moved down the road to some bigger farms, and still gonna be kind of rough ground, so really won't be able to go full bore, but we're gonna get as much done today as we can, because it could potentially be the last day we got until sometime next week.
Welcome to day we don't even know what's going on, because, well, we just get up and we go harvest stuff. I will be your Marshmallow manager today. Moving a whole bunch of bales around, and then I think we're gonna move farms later this afternoon. I don't know what it's doing because, well, I'm not the Marshmallow maker. Maker knows what it's doing. I was riding in the cab last night, and it looks like it's doing pretty well for this farm. This used to be our old hay farm, so we'll take what we can get. Last night came out, helped Andy get these kind of squared up, because it is hard to see in the dark. The camera is great during the day and not so great at night. So he's out bush hogging today. He's over there. And then we've gotten our stuff for the poop spreader, and hopefully they'll be able to install it here in the next couple of days. I'm probably just going to show you a bunch of time lapses because I am running out of a voice, and that's about it. That's all I got today. Tensions are very high on this farm, so we're just trying to smile and get through it, if you know what I mean. The trees have actually just started changing, like in the last week. Before it hasn't changed at all, so We do have some good red colors, but really it's just brown and yellow because of the drought and then the freeze we had last December. And as you can see, we are on the Zombie Trail farm, and that's what it looks like during the day. Yeah, there's a naked mannequin back there. They're changing the clothes out today. So the paintballs just ruined the clothes on the mannequins. So they've got some they have to change out. I know a lot of people in the comment section have asked like how my health is. Well, as you can tell, it's subpar. I'm trying to be happy every day, but you know, it's day to day. I have a dark swim in November, and we have to start the process all over again that I've been starting since August, because our insurance is a douche canoe. That's basically what it is. So I don't know if Matt touched on it, but because we didn't call them to tell them in August that we did not have secondary insurance, they canceled and denied every like pre-authorization my doctors were trying to get, and no one knew why. So now I have to start the process all over again, and I probably won't get any help until January or February now. So that's fun. What they've narrowed it down to is I have an inflammatory disease that is affecting my organs, and I've been on a lot of medication, so I've been like very swollen and just don't feel good. But it is working so far. They just need to figure out what the treatment is going to be and why this inflammatory disease is affecting my organs. So far it is not affecting my heart, so we are good. But there's other tests they have to run, and it just gets to a point where how many tests can you run? You just need to figure it out. So I'm adapting and doing the best I can every day. We are in the middle of harvest, so I'm just trying to survive. My emotional support person flew all the way in from Oregon for a week. It really helps my mental health a whole lot. She was fantastic. She's ranched, she's farmed, she's done everything, so she was a big help out here this past week. So Mandy, love you. And actually a landlord thought she was me. We look so much alike, people think we're sisters, but we're not. And as this new process, people have asked, well, how do you like it? So far it is less physical so far on me personally. Do I miss the module builders? Yes, because when you have 75 degrees and it's absolutely beautiful outside, you kind of, you know, get tired of being stuck in a tractor. But I know that this process is going a lot faster than if we were doing it old school style. But if you were probably to ask the driver, the Marshmallow maker over here, how things are going the past couple of days, we're working out the kinks on that. We had a whole day of breakdowns, and there's been a lot of cussing at it right now. So I don't know if he's gonna love this thing or hate it by the end of the season. I've only got to ride for about 30 minutes. I know that there's a lot of paying attention involved, and it's a process. So maybe possibly get to drive it here after Matt feels comfortable that it's not gonna mess up or start throwing codes and sensors again.
Kelly, I just called Best One. Carry the tractor over to Best One. They're gonna fill the front tires up with fluid.
I'm going over to the truck side, correct?
Yeah, where we carry the semi trucks and stuff, the big shop. Yeah, we run into a problem. I don't know if my calculations are off or what, but these modules are heavier on the rear end of that tractor than what I was thinking. And like getting out of some of these small fields that got hills and stuff, like where she's at now, the tractor wanted to kind of do a wheelie coming up out of the field. You know, it can be done, but it's not easy, and it's kind of dangerous, and it's making her uncomfortable. So really don't want to. We're going to carry it over to the tire shop and have them fill the front tires up with fluid, get some more weight on that front end, and hopefully help it steer a little bit better. you know, we can't add any more weight on the front end. It's already got the maximum amount of weights it can carry, and they do something to improve the handling a little bit there, make it a little bit safer. So we'll lose a little bit of downtime there, but hopefully once we get that done, it'll speed her up in the field because she'll be able to move around quite a bit faster. We'll get this whole new module process figured out here at some point, I hope.
So I'm headed to Best One because Matt thinks that putting fluid in my front tires will stop me from doing wheelies. I can't go up an incline of any sort, not even 45 degrees, without doing a wheelie. I also can't turn it. So my tractor will go straight and my wheels are turned. I don't know what else to do other than tell him to make smaller modules. Now I'm driving down these lovely streets of all these awesome new expensive homes that have put their mailboxes so close to the road. Well, let's see if putting fluid in these tires is going to work. I have no idea.
Well, if y'all was ever curious about what lightning does to crops, look right there in front of me. That big dead spot, yep, that was lightning that hit back in, well, I think around the first week of August or so when we had a good storm. It absolutely fried that cotton. Fried it. It seems like we got more spots like that than we normally do. We had several good storms in August, and they was real heavy with lightning. So that ain't the only spot we got in our field. Seen some in the cornfield, soybean field. I know we got another huge spot in the cotton field on the next farm we're going to, but just the cost of doing business.
Now I'm sitting here waiting for someone to pull up a boom truck that has water in it to fill up the tires. And then meanwhile, okay, just jack it up on blocks. I mean, what works, right? Well, I think it busted, Matt, because you sucked up a tree limb in that bale. There is a very big problem about a mile down the street from us where we first started cotton harvest. There's a bunch of bean fields over there. The combine, I guess, sparked something out the back and started a fire. And now the entire bean field is on fire. And unbelievable. My dad is over there and he sent me a video, and it's out of control. They cannot control it whatsoever. It is getting bigger and bigger because we have extreme dry conditions and the wind is gusting from 15 to 25 miles per hour, and that's headed straight for town. Yeah, it started about an hour and a half ago, and it's just getting bigger. It's just nothing but fuel out there because it is beans that are planted behind wheat. So you got all that wheat stubble, all that dry, and the winds. It is, wow, it's getting bigger.
Well, we got back into some mighty fine cotton, as you can see there. That last farm we did, about 10 acres right next to the other farm we was working on, had that Thrive on cotton. It looked fantastic, but according to my yield monitor, it was struggling to break 1,000 pounds. So I was not impressed. We got 2 more farms with Thrive on it, so we'll see how it does. But in other news, just to demonstrate just how dry it is, just a few miles that way, neighbor was combining beans and his combine caught on fire. And anyway, got out in the field, and the way this wind's blowing and gusting, I mean, it just carried it. Burned up a lot of that field where they'd already cut, luckily, and then jumped the road and got into some double crop beans that hadn't been cut yet. It looks like, I don't know, might burn up 20 acres or so. That farmer actually had a pivot on that farm and turned the pivot on to try and put the fire out. Looked like it did a pretty good job on saving at least part of it, but I know they had several fire departments respond, and looked like they pretty much got it under control. But I mean, it was a bad deal as it was. It was really close to being a whole lot worse deal than what it turned out to be. Man, it's dry. Yeah, I really don't want to say a rain because we'll get our crop out before it gets rained on. But on the other hand, you know, things are getting pretty dangerous around here, and you know, a good rain would be beneficial. Yeah, I mean, we're out here harvesting in bone dry conditions. You know, just one little spark on these machines, one bearing go down. I mean, not only could you potentially lose your machine, I mean, you could potentially lose your field, your neighbor's field, your neighbor's house, you know, lots of stuff. It's real dangerous. Luckily, I think that they got the fire on the combine burnt out. It didn't look like it was a total loss. I don't know what all's damaged on it, but you know, hopefully that combine can be salvaged. But we got about 10 more acres left in this field, and we'll be done with it and be moving right through a few tree lines over there. Got a big 95-acre farm that I don't know what it's going to do. It sure does look real good from there, though.
We're officially done with this farm, so I've got 2 over there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 modules. Oh wow. Oh, I need some sleep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 modules with 4 apiece. That's 32. And then I've got 2 alone, so that's 34. So 34 rolls on this farm.
Boy, it has been a trying day. We just seem just to keep spinning our wheels and working our rears off and just not having a whole lot to show for it. I'm working on about 35 acres so far today. It's just been one thing after another. Been a lot of problems with that 4440 there. Wanting to overheat. Can't seal off the radiator good from all this cotton dust and everything. Plus it's wanting to die. Most likely fuel filters. That's going to be the first thing we're going to change tomorrow. You know, Kelly had to leave, go get fluid put in the tires, and I got a bunch of annoying stuff going on with this picker. Just, you know, popping up codes and stuff, which everybody told me that's all these pickers do all day long is pop up random BS codes. And like right now, like it keeps on warning me that I got a problem with my right rear tail light. I don't give a flying flip that there's something wrong with my right rear tail light, but I mean, it pops up like once every 3 minutes, and of course I think it's something else, so I gotta glance over there to see what it is. Distracts me. This ground we've been on is just being really rolling and rough. I can't run full speed, like 4 miles an hour. Seems like I'm going warp speed on this ground, it seems like. You know, just gotta give time for my headers to adjust and don't want to slam them into the ground. I got a couple nozzles here on my moisture columns that they're not getting trash in them, but they'll just stop spraying. I reckon I just need to replace the nozzle. I don't know what's going on with them. You know, I've gotten down to clean my doors several times a day, but I swear, if I've had one choke up a day, I've had at least 15 to 20 choke ups a day. And it'll happen just right after I clean my doors. I got cramps in my legs from having to climb up and down off this thing so much. So we still spitting the marshmallows out, but just not as fast as what I would like to, especially considering we got weather coming in. But on the other hand, what do y'all think of the lighting package me and Andy did on this picker? Man, it is fantastic. We got LEDs all the way around. No problem at all seeing. Andy's testing out the LEDs on that 4442. Well, it looks like the weather system got here a little earlier than the weatherman said it would. We got about 1/10 of an inch real early this morning, so it ain't very wet. And if this misting crap goes away, sun comes out and the breeze is already blowing, I think you'll I think it'll probably dry up pretty quickly. Maybe we'll get some field time in before the main event arrives over the next few days, but hate seeing all that pretty white back there getting waterlogged though. But in reality, there's plenty of stuff we can do. We, got a bunch of nagging things to work on the picker and 4440 and other stuff. So we're going to take this opportunity to kind of get some of that stuff knocked out of the way to where hopefully we won't have as many frustrations whenever we get back in the cotton field. And we've also got another pretty big piece of equipment we got to get ready to go. So I think that's probably what we're going to be working on next. All right, we've been working on the picker here. I think I got my water issue fixed on tip. Putting your tip on there sprays good, but I got an electrical issue that keeps popping on the monitor like every 2 to 3 minutes about my rear tail lights. Even I don't give a crap about my rear tail lights. So anyway, doing some diagnosing, and anyway, the tail lights on the handler work, but the tail lights back here don't work. None of it works. So anyway, I got to pull in harnesses and everything, and I've got continuity from these tail lights that are working back here to these. So make you think there's a bull valve, which of course I didn't check the simple stuff first. But I'm not getting power back here. Even though I got continuity to where I am getting power, I'm not getting power back here. So anyway, we got rained out of this little project, so we're gonna get started on our new project here, getting the spreader set up with a rate control system. And what you're looking at right there, about $7,300 worth of stuff. I won't go into too much detail, but this has been an absolute nightmare trying to get this thing set up for rate control. Salford BBI has absolutely been the worst company to work for as far as customer service. It has been absolutely horrendous. I've had 2 local tech guys working with me on this, trying to help me find out exactly what I need to know, because what the owner's manual says I need, they won't sell to me because it's a new installation, and I guess parts are in kind of short supply. So actually finding out what I need to go on here has been a literal nightmare. Originally my plan was I was going to go Raven, use the rate controller that we use on our fertilizer buggy, and go that route. However, there's a wiring harness that I need that I can't get for probably 2, 3, 4 months. Get everything else except for the wiring harness that I need. So I decided to go this route. And anyway, this is a whole kit right here. However, when I bought this, when I bought this buggy, the dealer that I bought it from, who doesn't deal in any kind of technology or anything, in fact, they really didn't know much about what I needed. I told them I wanted it rate control ready to go to Raven, so they put the electronic valve on the hydraulic block, which this kit also includes, and that valve was like $2,500. There it is right there. So once we finally got through to BBI and they told me that I needed this kit, I was like, well, I've already got the $2,500 valve. Can you break the kit up? No, can't do that. Got to buy the kit. So then try to ask them, well, what about just buying each of these things individually? The part number for the rate controller, the couple wiring harnesses, and the sensors. We don't know what that is. That's over in engineering. If you want it, you'll have to buy the kit. And this was after constant back and forth calling, emails. It'd take them like 24 hours to respond to a phone call or an email. It was and plus the people that my tech people talked to, they didn't really know what I needed. We did find one competent person that finally told us this was the part number that we needed, and just, it was an absolutely awful experience. The customer service from BBI and Salford is absolutely abysmal, and most likely this will probably be the last BBI Salford thing I ever buy from them, just because the customer service was horrible. So anyway, that's my rant for the day. Y'all either take it or leave it when dealing with BBI, but like I said, I won't be doing business with them again, most likely, unless they do some serious making up. So anyway, it looks like a pretty simple system. It's got to find out where to bolt that rate controller up, run the wiring harnesses, install the sensors on the spreader and the bed right here. And then we got this, and this one is ISO ready, so we should just be able to plug it up into the back of our tractor and use our Pro 700 monitor to do all the controlling and everything. So we're going to work on this for a while and bring you back in a bit. All right, we've been working on this in the spreader all afternoon long, and no, y'all been wanting an update on Zach. Well, here he is.
I snuck out.
Long time no see. Nah, he's out here driving for the zombie trail. Want to check the picker out. So, how's everything going on Tyson?
It's going. Staying busy. Staying busy.
But yeah, he does still show up here from time to time when he's not working at Tyson. We got zombie trail going on tonight. Got the what's the last weekend of the year? He's gonna be driving the old bouncing orange Kubota.
The love-hate relationship.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not gonna kick you off of it tonight. You can have it all you want to. Anyway, we got this diagnosed. Took the whole wiring harness and tried to figure out why I wasn't getting power to the lights, and come to realize we had light bulbs that were out. As always, check the simple things first.